Right, we're live. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the video. Side Quest Kitchen. Chores done just in time. Yep, I was actually late. Well, I'm streaming actually quite late today than I have been in the past week or so. But yeah, we're back with some Hollow Knight, and I'm gonna do two things before we start here. First thing I'm gonna do is say I'm gonna try my utmost best not to rage today. When I raged the other day against that Lost Kin boss, when I finished the stream, I was like, you know what? Oh, my cat. Okay, Samson, my cat has the inability to control his tail. He sits on my desk. He's at my desk right now, which I normally don't mind. But for some reason, he's just laying there, and his tail's like this, constantly. He can't control it. He just does, and it's flapping all over my keyboard, and he keeps pressing loads of buttons. He just can't control his tail. He constantly flaps it around. I don't know why. I think I know why, because he keeps constantly trying to get my attention. Anyway, so I will try my best not to swear, not to rage, but I will also give a warning that there may be explicit language in this stream. So, because after I finished the stream, I was like, man, did I really rage that hard? Like, because I remember, like, I got pretty mad at it, and I was like, you know what? Let me go back and just quickly see what it was like. And I was like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. So I deleted that out of the stream. So if anybody watches that, which, you know, it's like, I think it's only got like 15 views or something like that. So I don't think anybody's watching it anytime soon. But I actually deleted me raging off the stream. Because I was just like, man, I went a little bit, I don't mind raging, it's fine, but I went a little bit too far there, I think. So I deleted that. But anyway, we're back with Hollow Knight. But yeah, so I'm going to try my best to stay calm, composed throughout this whole stream. But I will also give a warning that there may be bad language. There you go. Anyway, where are we going? What's the plan? You've already raged playing Hollow Knight. Yeah, I know, but I'm assuming, I don't know your personal situation, but I assume you're not doing it on the internet where, I'm not saying people are watching me, but literally anybody can see me doing that. So yeah, I was a little bit, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but I was like, you know what? I kind of went a little bit too far with the rage and the swearing. So I was just like, you know what? I'm actually going to cut that out. It's not as if anybody does watch it is going to miss anything. It was literally me just dying over and over again to the boss, which, by the way, I think I can go there right now and beat it, but I'm not going to start off the stream with a potential absolute crash out of all time. Also, I am very warm right now. I just spent, that's why I was late. See, when you're an adult, where am I going with this? What am I saying? When you're an adult. What I was going to say is, why did I say when you're an adult? Anyway, I don't know why I said that. Basically, I got, this is exciting news of the day. I purchased a new toilet seat. One that thematically, color-wise, sort of matched my bathroom color palette. That's my exciting news for the day. So I've just spent, I bought a bunch of cleaning products. I wanted to basically, new toilet seat, clean everything all down, and I bought a bunch of cleaning products and everything like that. So I just spent like 30 minutes. I don't know why it took me so long, but it's been like 30 minutes removing the old toilet seat and replacing it. So that's why I was late. I thought, you know what? I'll just quickly do this before I stream, and it took longer than I planned. So that's the story of the day. That's why I was slightly later than usual, because I did have the stream scheduled for 7 p.m. And I started at 7:30 p.m. But like I said, you know, it's not as if I have an army. When I say this, it sounds like I'm not appreciative of anybody at all coming to watch. I don't mind if one person's watching or 100 people watching. Obviously, the more people, the better. But what my point is, it's not as if I have a legion of fans eagerly waiting for me to play Hollow Knight. So it's okay if I'm a little bit late. It's little things that when you get older that bring happiness. Yeah, I got really excited a few months ago, and I don't get really excited. Okay, this sounds really weird, but I don't get really excited that much nowadays. This sounds very strange, but what I mean is a lot of stuff is just boring. But I got really excited a few months ago because I bought like a now I don't know. I know like some people have this on their fridges, but like a water purifier. But this one was an electric one, so it's like it's got like a big filter, and it filters the water. Beforehand, I was using this one where it was just a plastic tub, and then like you put the filter in, and then the water just seeps through it. Well, I got one. It's an electric one, and it's like got a pump in it and everything like that. And I was like, man, this is really good, and it makes the water taste really good. Because in the UK, I don't know what it's like in America or anywhere else, but in the UK, especially where I live, the water that you get out of the taps doesn't taste nice at all. So when I got this thing, I was like, man, and to me, the water, when it goes through the pump and gets all filtered out, it tastes to me just like bottled water to a certain extent. So I was like, man, this is really good. So that's the last time I got really excited, was due to a water filter. Yeah. You literally just went to buy a water filter for my fridge today. The water here in Albuquerque. Yeah. Well, I mean, I imagine some places in the UK, I think places in like Scotland and stuff like that, maybe near like the height, like where all the you know, the hills and all that stuff is probably better. But yeah, we where I live like not in the exact middle of England, but somewhere around the middle of England, and where I'm at, the water is horrible. I can't. I would have to be extremely desperate to drink tap water. Where am I going? All right, we're gonna go down to down here, which means I'm gonna go to Queen Station. But yeah, so I got this. I just have like a very cheap. I live on my own. I don't really care. So I just got like a cheap small fridge. That's all it is. I don't have like a big fridge freezer. I've got a separate freezer. But I know you can get fridges like I would call it a fancy fridge, but I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's as common here for people to have a refrigerator with a water filtering system on it, you know, for you to drink. But so I would kind of call that. I would be like, man, you're posh. You got a water filter on your refrigerator. Wow. But no. So I bought this thing, and yeah, I was like, man, this is really good. Because I drink at least 2 liters of water a day. For the last, I don't know, for the last 6-7 years, I mean, there's probably days where I haven't literally drank, you know, but I basically I have like this thing here. You've even seen me drinking out before. So, you know, 2 liters. I try to aim to drink at least 1 full bottle of that a day. Why? I don't know. I know water's good for you. And in the past, I was not very, I don't know what the word is. I wasn't very, I don't really know what the word is. I wasn't very good, I guess. I wasn't very good at drinking water a lot. I didn't drink things like, I didn't really drink a lot of fizzy drinks and stuff like that. Although, here's a fun story about me. So, when I was a boy, imagine if I was a girl. No, I'm not. I've always been a boy. It would be quite funny if I just said, when I was a girl, and went, oh, whoops, sorry, did I forget to mention that? No, when I was a boy, I maybe like when I was between the ages of 18 and 20, maybe even longer than that, actually. Hello, Clicker Brick. Welcome to the stream. I used to drink every single day. So, you know, Pepsi Max. The corpse of a mossy vagabond overcome with infection. All right. So I used to drink every single day a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi Max every single day, at least a 2-liter bottle. And if I didn't drink that 2-liter bottle, and I didn't know this at the time, I would get really bad headaches. Okay, I'd be in a mood. I would have headaches. I would have to have this 2-liter bottle of Pepsi Max. And one day I went to the doctors. I went to my GP for something unrelated, and I just happened to mention. I was like, man, I was like, you know, I keep getting like headaches and stuff like that. And they said, it was like, oh, do you drink diet drinks? I was like, well, actually, now you mention it, I do have to drink a 2-liter. Like, it has to be 2 liters. I don't know why. It was just, it has to be a big bottle of Pepsi Max every day. And she was like, yeah. So apparently, I gained a dependency on a certain sweetener that was specifically used within Pepsi Max. And I was like, man, and at that time when I was that age, I was like, man, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that could happen. Like when I was like, you know, 18 or 19 or whatever, when I think of being addicted to something, you think of drugs or alcohol or something like that, right? I didn't know at the time you can get addicted to like sweeteners, artificial sweeteners. So I had to like wean myself. Is that the right word? Wean? Sounds strange. I had to wean myself. Basically, I started drinking less and less Pepsi Max. And now I can't drink Pepsi Max. I don't drink it. The thought of drinking Pepsi Max just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Strange, isn't it? You finally went out to the crosses and saw the infection. I was like, yeah, I don't really know what caused that. I think it was fighting that certain boss that causes that. Well, Zote the Mighty has been captured here. We should probably go and save him. However we do that. But yeah, no. So I didn't. So when I was young, I was like, man, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. So I basically started drinking less and less of Pepsi Max every day, and now I don't drink it. Now I don't say I don't drink other stuff. I do like a Coke Zero from time to time. I like Dr. Pepper Zero, but I don't drink. I don't drink it all the time. Like I could buy like a big 24 pack of Coke Zero or Dr. Pepper Zero, and it'll be there for, you know, I'll have them for a few months. Someone is shouting for help. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I was just trying to work out how to get to him. And also, that someone is named Zote the Mighty. It appears I can't get to him yet, so we're gonna have to go a different way. But yeah, I'm extremely hot. Also, I must admit, I'm feeling a bit better now, but I may have had a quite a major hangover this morning when I woke up. I wasn't feeling great at all. And when I say not great at all, I mean I was, as Brits would say, we were hanging. I don't know if that's a term used across the pond, but we would say we were hanging. Is a term for a hangover. I was feeling pretty rough. Feeling better now. I drank loads of water. I drank electrolyte drinks, or an electrolyte drink. I've had loads of water. I've had something to eat. You gotta go. Okay, Clicker Brick. Clicker Brick, can I ask you a question before you leave? I'm curious, like, how come you always come to streams for like 90 seconds and you leave? Boy, what are you doing, you clumsy little oaf, swinging your rusty little nail around in this darkness? You almost struck me, and if you had, it would have been at the end of you. Trust me. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. My weapon, Life Ender, has struck down hundreds of foes. Begone or you'll be next. Zote the Mighty is full of SHIT. Anna, hello. Welcome to this amazing Saturday evening stream of Hollow Knight. should have seen that one coming. Yes, no raging today. No profanities. No one. I'm not gonna tell anybody to do anything. I'm gonna not swear. No swearing. No raging. Just pure calmness. Nothing more than that. No, don't, you idiots. When you say hungover, you mean from drinking? Yes. No. I was hungover. Yes, as in I drank one too many Budweisers last night. Because I was invited to play some Warzone with some people, and I don't really play Warzone. I mean, to be fair, I've been playing Warzone a little bit here and there. But I was invited to play Warzone. You're not familiar with what Warzone is? It's the Call of Duty Battle Royale, right? Battle Royale! And I was like, you know what? It was Friday night. I had a few Budweisers chilling, literally. But like an idiot, I forgot what you did. Like an idiot, it was 11:30 p.m. and I was like, hey, why isn't this a good idea to crack open a Budweiser? Bear in mind, I only had like one thing to eat all day. I don't know why, actually. I know I was... Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I wasn't really feeling that great yesterday morning. And I was streaming yesterday, and... Obviously. And I hadn't eaten. And then when I finished streaming, I had something to eat. And I didn't eat anything else. And then at like 11:30 p.m., I thought it was a good idea to crack open a Budweiser. I was like, oh, I'll just have one or two. Well, that one or two did turn into quite a few. Because sometimes, you know, it just gets flowing. We're just, you know, having a laugh, playing some Warzone. Yeah. The reason why I would have got such a hangover is because I didn't have anything to eat, really. Because normally what would happen is if I've had a few beers, and when I say a few beers, I mean like, you know, a few beers, as in like we're having a good time, few beers, right? I'll end up getting to a point where I can't drink anymore, and then I'll end up just making something to eat. I'll end up just making something to eat at like, you know, 3 in the morning or something like that. Which is not, you know, something you should do, but that's what normally happens. But I vaguely remember thinking, you know what, I can't be bothered, and I just went to bed. That's why I knew. So I knew when I woke up today that I hadn't went and made myself something to eat because of the way I felt. If I had have made myself something to eat whilst I was drunk, I wouldn't have felt so bad when I woke up. So I knew that I didn't. And yes, normally as well, I'll leave the kitchen in quite a mess as well. So at least I didn't have to clear up the kitchen. That's a bonus. But yeah, I did indeed feel extremely, you know, hungover. So at like 11:30 this morning when I woke up, still sort of like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I'm still sort of feeling like, I was in my kitchen. I was making I had a sandwich. I had a protein milkshake. I had a electrolyte drink. What's the electrolyte drink? It's like these. I think you can get there's these like little dissolvable disc tablets. I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically you put it in water and it dissolves and it's got like electrolytes in it and stuff like that, right? I literally have one of those. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try and stay awake. Because I was like, I could have went back to sleep. But I was like, I'm just going to stay awake. And I'm glad I did. Because I think because I just forced myself to stay awake and get up. It actually benefited me. Anyway, back to Hollow Knight. We've got to go back and get all my stuff. Because I died. I just thought it'd be funny, like, to do like a drunk. I mean, I've actually streamed before whilst having a few beers. I haven't been drunk while streaming, but I thought it'd be quite funny to do like a stream where I just play random stuff and drink beers. Why? I don't know. Why not? I guess. Now, I don't think that would be tonight. Although I am feeling a little. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that wouldn't be this evening. Plus, also as well, next week, I think I mentioned it the other day, but just a heads up. From Monday, potentially from tomorrow, maybe the last stream for a few days, because I have. Oh, will you just stop? Hair of the dog. Do you know what? You know something? I've actually done that before. There's only been 2 occasions where I've got really drunk and woke up still feeling drunk and drank the next day. There's only ever been 2 occasions that, that's happened. One was I was drinking the night before, and the next day my grandma passed away. Who, like, we were all, I say we're really close to. She lived in, my dad's from Scotland, right? So I'm half Scottish. But she'd always come down and visit us every summer and stuff like that since I was a kid. Anyway, long story short, that was one of the times I can remember. When I heard that she passed away, I was just like, wow, I'm just going to get drunk now, even though I felt like absolute crap. That was one occasion. Then there was another occasion, but I can't remember I can't remember why. But you know when I'm really drunk and I've had a lot to drink the night before, the next day, the last thing I want to do, and I've never been the sort of person to like get up and want to drink again. The last thing I want to do when I've had a drink the night before is think, even contemplate drinking for at least 5 hours. No, what I for at least, you know, I don't get up and go, I wonder if I can have some more beers this evening. Or, you know, hair of the dog. I don't know. I mean, I guess it works, especially if you wake up still, if you're still under the influence. Like, I've woke up before. I think this morning I was still half cut, to be honest with you. I think I was still, you know, I'd probably been in bed for like 5 hours. I just remember this morning being in my kitchen making a sandwich at like 11:30. But yeah, like hair of the dog, I don't know how people can do it. But I guess, like, if you're already still under the influence somewhat, it would make sense. But no, the last thing I think about when I've had a beer, if I've had too many beers, the last thing I think about the next day is alcohol. I need that water. I'm getting some ice cold water, and I'm sitting there and I'm drinking at least that 2 liters is gone, you know, very quick. I'm probably drinking like maybe 4 or 5 liters that day. Yeah, hair of the dog, I get it, but I've never, you know, gone, oh, hair of the dog. But I know some people can. Nothing wrong with that, you know, if that's what people do, then fine, but... I don't know, how the hell do you, well, there you go, it's dead. Yeah, but no, I thought it'd be funny. I mean, I've had a few beers while streaming before. There's not many streams because I don't do it all the time. But there's several streams that you can, if you go back. I haven't done it for a while, but there's several streams. If you go back, you'll see me have a beer or two. But I'm not sitting here half cut. And to be honest with you, there has been occasions where I've had maybe quite a few. Those videos aren't on my channel anymore. Because it's just like, not that I'm making a fool of myself or being embarrassing, but I just feel like me sitting here rambling on, for the most part, is probably boring as hell, let alone when I've had a beers and like my random thoughts get even like just not crazy. I don't think, like, with me, I was talking about this actually last night with people I was playing Warzone with. I'll get random thoughts just out of the blue for whatever reason. Like, I'll randomly think about something, I go, oh, and then I can't think. If I try and give you an example, I can't, because that's not how it works. It's random. Like, Jesus. I will randomly just think of something and go, you know, for example, okay, here's an example. The other day I was thinking about, oh, how it's weird, or how strange it is that, you know, like we say, I think they're called idioms. You know, like an idiom where it's like, happy as Larry, or things like that, right? People say that kind of stuff and you just know what it means, but then when you really think about it, you're like, what is it? Right, who's Larry kind of thing, right? So I was thinking about that the other day. It just randomly popped in my head. I was like, oh, that's weird, isn't it? How like we all say some things. Like if I say, oh, I'm happy as Larry, you wouldn't go, what? Who the hell's Larry? You would go, oh yeah, you had a good day or something. You know, you wouldn't question what I mean, right? Wait, is happy as Larry? That is a universal, or that is what a lot of people. It's not just a British thing, is it? People say happy as Larry. But anyway, so I was thinking about that the other day. You never heard that? You never heard happy as Larry? Oh, really? I thought it was I thought it was a thing. You'd ask who Larry is. Oh, well, fair boy. I guess if you didn't know. Okay, let me think of another one. You know what I'm talking about, though? The idioms, right? Like we would say something like cheap as chips. If something's really, like, not inexpensive, we would say, oh, it's cheap as chips. Or something like that, and you're like, what is that? But I know what that means. But then when you really think about it, it's like, what does that actually mean? Why do we say that? If you know what I mean. So, but it's very strange. But I'm trying to think of ones that maybe universally people know. I don't know. There's a doornail. Oh yeah. There's a doornail. There's one. I'm dead again, bud. Talking dead as a doornail. I'm dead now. I like how you said that as I died. We'll go back down there again. Yeah, there's a doornail. Yeah, happy as Larry. Things like that. I can't go this way, can I? I can go down here. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, that's really strange, isn't it? How if I said dead as a doornail, you wouldn't question like what I mean. You'd be like, oh, really? You would know what I'm talking about. But it's strange when you really think about it. And then my brain starts going into other things like, well, who decides it was called a doornail? What is a nail? Who like, why do we call it a table? Why is it called a table? Who called it a table? Why is it called a knife? Why is it called a fork? You know? So it's things like, and then that's when my brain starts going like into like weird stuff. And I start thinking about stuff like that. And then I go, man, the universe is kind of weird, isn't it? Wonder what's out there. That's when my brain goes into overdrive, because like I'll start thinking about things like in space, and then I start to think about, man, what's actually out in space, and then you start thinking about like, well, where does it end? Like, is there an end? Is there like a big wall somewhere? And what's beyond that? What does that mean? But the thing is, the reason why that's so like bizarre, or you can't even contemplate it, because our human brains can't contemplate that, right? Like where does it see, I'm doing it now. When you think about space, what is it? Like, where does it end? Is there an end to it? Like what does it, why is it there? Like, where did it come from? Now I know if you're religious, you might say, you know, God created it or something, right? I don't know. I'm not religious, and I'm not mocking if you are religious. I'm not a religious person. So I don't know, like, I can't remember stuff we learned at school about certain religions. But, like, I'm assuming, like, if you're religious or Christian, or let's say Christian, for example, you believe that God created, you know, God created the earth, right? God created everything. God created man and woman and children and everything that's, you know, exists. Which is fine. I've got nothing against that at all. You know, I actually wish I was religious in a certain respect, but I'm just not. I was never brought up in a religious surroundings. But yeah. But when you think about it, you start thinking like, where did it come from? Like, where did the universe where did it come from? Like, why is it there? Then I'm like, I can't cope. What does it mean? So yeah. So that's what happens in my brain. Anyway, I'm trying not to die here. Where did I actually die? Yeah, I'm going to talk about religion because I have no right to talk about religion. But on that respect, I've talked about this before as well with people. I actually wish I was religious. Because obviously, religious people believe in like a afterlife and all that stuff, right? And I actually wish that I did believe in all that. I just don't. Which is fine. Ah, you schnitzel. Am I right in saying that in America, like, religion's quite a big thing? Like, don't people have, like... We don't have, like... Well, we have, like, religious stuff here, obviously. It's not like it's an American thing. I just feel like in America, it's much more, like... I don't know what the word is. Like, widespread or taught, I guess. We were taught about religions in school, but it wasn't like we were, like, not preached, but we weren't, like... It wasn't, like... They weren't teaching us to become religious. It was just we were learning about different religions, and it was just in school. That's basically all it was. But I think like isn't America like it's more not pushed. I don't mean it when I say pushed on people. I don't mean like forced, but I just mean isn't it? I always hear of like good old Christian families and God fearing and all this stuff. It's pretty big and very diverse. There's many religions all over the states. Oh yeah, I know. Like, there's all like obviously you get Judaism's a religion, right? Sorry. By the way, if I say something out of terms here, I genuinely don't mean it. I just don't know anything about religion. So I'm not passing. If I say something that's like, oh my God, how does he say that? I don't mean it in any offense. I'm just going to state that before I may say something that may be ignorant. But like, so Jewish is Judaism, right? Which is not Christian. See, I get confused with Christian, and then you get like Catholic, and you get like Protestant, and obviously you get like Judaism, and obviously it's like Islam and all that stuff as well. But yeah, I'm kind of ignorant in all that stuff. Is it a mask upon or a face upon the creature in Hallownest? Is a difficult thing to decipher. Anything else? Not a thing to have a face. Not a thing with which we all are blessed. This kingdom's faceless. I shall provide. A mask, a face. Does it need one? Does it not? To define, to focus, to exist. A mask. Okay. Anyway, let's not talk about religion because I don't want to get into a sticky situation. Because I know. Really, as big as religion is, I also know it divides a lot of people, and people have very strong opinions on things which I don't want to get into. Which I'm not saying I have, hundreds of people watching me. I don't know your situation. I'm not asking your situation when it comes to like religion and that. But anyway, yeah. So what I was saying before about streams. So potentially tomorrow. So I never finished my thought. I started talking about my family. Yeah, so tomorrow may be like the last stream for a couple of days. I don't know how long. Because I have... So talking of my dad's family, my dad's brother is traveling down from Scotland to visit my dad, who's in he's in a care home, or yeah, he's in a care home. And I live not too far away, so I always said to him if he does come down, he can stay at mine, which does mean I won't be able to stream. So Which is kind of it's kind of unfortunate because it was kind of I only found out about it a few days ago. It was not like planned. He was just like, oh, I'm trying to get down. Is it okay to stop? And I was like, yeah. I said, just let me know. And then he was like, oh, I'll be down on the 22nd. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's kind of unfortunate because I wanted to play the new Silent Hill. The new Silent Hill drops on the 23rd, and I really wanted to play it because I liked Silent Hill. And I'm assuming he's going to be here for a few days. So I won't be able to stream it when it comes out. It's kind of annoying, but it's fine. But yeah, I will be streaming Silent Hill F next week. I did do a full stream of Silent Hill 2 remake. That was fun. I really enjoyed that game. Distant Village. I don't think I wanted to fall off there. So there could be a stream on Monday. It just depends what time he gets here, but I'd imagine there will not be a stream Monday, potentially for the full week. He hasn't said how long he wants to stay for. He just said he's traveling down. So I've just got to kind of just guess when he's staying till, I imagine. Hope I've got time with my family. Well, the problem is with my uncle, and you know, he's my uncle, but he's a lot like my dad in many ways, or the way my dad used to be, for example. But he does like to ramble a bit. And for example, the last time he was here, which was like at the start of the year, he stayed for a couple of days. He went to have a few drinks. I didn't go because I just didn't want to. But after we went to see my dad, like visit my dad for a few hours, he went to a local pub and had a few drinks, and then he came back. And then from approximately about, I don't know, 7 p.m. till about 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, he was trying to persuade me to look up stories and information and documentaries and videos and stuff about Donald Trump, because he has a strong hatred for Donald Trump. For whatever reason, I'm not getting into politics, okay? But he was talking about his, the attempted assassination, saying that he wished it would have hit him and all this kind of stuff, which, by the way, I do not agree with that. That's all I'm going to say. I do not agree with that take at all. And that's not because I'm a Donald Trump fan or anything like that. I'm indifferent. It's because I would not like to see somebody, and unfortunately I saw, I'm not going to talk about it, but something very similar unfortunately happened recently, which I was shocked to see, to say the least, but that's the price you pay for going on social media, I guess. But obviously I think anybody, and if you feel free to disagree with me, I'm not asking for your opinion, this is my opinion, please don't take offense, but in my opinion, I think if you would willingly see anybody get assassinated on television, or in Donald Trump's case, attempted assassination that nearly got him, if you think it's okay that should have been televised, if it would have hit him, if you think that, in my opinion, I would not like to see anybody, it could be someone I detest and I hate, I would not want to see them get their brains blown out on TV for millions to see as well. Could you imagine how traumatizing that would be for children? And it was traumatized when I saw when I saw this. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to talk about politics, right? But when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, I unfortunately saw that. I wish I hadn't seen that, okay? And I don't care what your opinions are of somebody. I didn't really know who that person was. I'm not political at all. I don't have I listen to things. I have opinions, but I don't follow, I'm not, I'm a Trump, yeah, Trump, MAGA. I'm not even American, right? But I'm not like, yeah, Trump, Biden, whatever, right? Definitely not Joe Biden, though. That was something, that was wrong. Anyway, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about that. But what I'm saying is, for anybody to wish they wanted to see somebody get their brains blown out. And now, obviously, with people with this Charlie Kirk situation, I can't believe some of the stuff I've seen. It's like people don't really... It's like people are disconnected. That is this a real person? And I know he said some things people didn't agree with, but I've done a bit of research after the fact. I knew who he was, but I didn't watch him or anything like that. But I've heard his name several times because he was obviously a popular figure. People come out and say that he was racist and homophobic and transphobic, and he was a Nazi and fascist and blah 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 blah. I haven't seen any clips, any videos, or in my opinion, I haven't seen anything that says that this man was racist, or he said some things that people don't like to hear, which were facts. And I've only seen a few things, so I don't know. Maybe he is like a full-blown, or was, sorry, a full-blown racist Nazi reincarnate. Who knows? But what I've seen, I've spent maybe 2 or 3 hours the other day looking at a lot of stuff because I want to get my own opinion, right? Okay, he did say some things that people aren't going to like. I'll say some things people ain't going to like, but it's an opinion, right? No one should lose their life for that. No one. Especially in front of his kids and thousands. Think how traumatized the people there. The people there would be traumatizing. It was traumatizing for me seeing it on TV. Let alone actually being like there when it happened. And you got people online saying it's fake and it didn't happen and it's a setup and he was wearing something. No, stop. You're insane. Stop. The man got assassinated and that should not have happened. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. But anyway, back to my uncle. So he spent like 6 hours that evening trying to telling me stuff about Donald Trump, like all these things that he's looked at, and how he's this and how he's that and how he's that. And a lot, I don't know. So a lot of the stuff he was saying, I didn't agree with him or disagree. I just kept saying to him, oh, I don't know, because I don't know anything about what he was saying. But then he was like, what, so you accept the fact? He was like, what, so you think that it's okay that, and I was like, look, mate, his name's Ian. I was like, look, I don't know. I'm not just gonna listen to you and go, oh yeah, you're right, and I don't know anything, right? I would like, if I had facts for myself, I'd make an opinion, right, on whatever it may be. That's the way I am. I don't just listen to one person and go, right, you're right. Okay, no matter what anybody else says, I'm listening to you. I listen to myself. I listen to what I hear, and I'll make a decision. And that doesn't just go for that. It goes for anything. My opinion's my opinion at the end of the day. And last thing I'll say about opinions as well, if you think about it, and I said this recently on a stream, I think, that if you have an opinion on something, you can't be wrong. An opinion isn't wrong. Now, you can disagree with someone's opinion, right? I could say that, you know, the best hot drink in the world is a nice cup of coffee. And you can go, what? No, it's not. No, tea. Tea's way better than, what do you mean? Tea's way better than coffee. How the hell can you say you think coffee's the best hot drink? No, of course it's not. It's tea. And I'd be like, well, that's your opinion and my opinion that it's coffee. Simple as that, right? But obviously some people, they mistake an opinion for fact. And I think that's what the problem is with, like, when it comes to politics. Like I say, I'm not political at all. Like, I don't follow any politics. Well, I watch some stuff because a lot of the time I watch some stuff and I think it's funny. Oh, sugars. I wasn't paying attention. A lot of stuff when I see, like, debates and stuff like that, a lot of it I like, bloody hell, this is hilarious. This is funny. Because they just come out with some of the most ludicrous stuff. And I always find it funny that a lot of politicians are not willing to listen to anybody else. Like, they will not listen to anybody. What they say is fact, even though a lot of it's not even based on facts. It's their opinions. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people have opinions and they mistake an opinion for fact, right? Now, my opinion that coffee is the best hot drink is not a fact. It's an opinion, right? It's my opinion. My opinion's not wrong. But you may disagree with my opinion, right? And if you said, I think the best hot drink in the world is a nice cup of tea, and I go, what? No, it's not. I disagree with you. That's fine. I can disagree with you. Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means I think your opinion's wrong. Because in your mind, cup of tea is the best hot drink to have, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I'm making sense. But anyway, I think with a lot of things nowadays, especially online, I feel that people get opinions and facts mixed up with each other. And that's what causes people to do crazy things, like go and shoot people in broad daylight and everybody's celebrating it, that kind of thing. That stuff is insane that people can think that that's okay. And also to incite violence on other people as well. I think you are the problem, not the people who you say are the problem, right? That's my opinion, right? And also, like, political violence, for example, if you can't debate somebody and share opinions and discuss, and your only option is just to kill them, you're in the wrong, right? You're in the wrong just because you can't discuss or debate or try and prove your point or at least share your opinion on something. You can't do that, so it's like, oh yeah, we'll just get rid of you then. Like, what, you know, what do you mean? It's just not right. But some people are just crazy. Some people are just crazy and they're just unhinged and they listen to things they shouldn't listen to, and they form an opinion based on stuff that may not even be true. That's why you should, if you're anything you do, you should get the facts straight first before you form an opinion. Because it leads to stuff like this happening. Man, that week when that happened, that a couple of weeks ago, was a horrible week to be on social media. My God. Like, when I saw that poor woman, that Ukrainian woman, get stabbed on a train or whatever. Man, and then I saw the full video because, of course, people started sharing the actual unedited video of it. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, but or you've at least heard it. I think I spoke about it the other day, actually. But I said that if an alien was to come from outer space and ask me, say, hey, can you show me what a true definition, a visual representation of pure fear? I would say there's one image, so I wouldn't show them the video because I don't think anybody's... In a way, I think people should see the video just to see how horrific and terrible that is. But in a way, it's like, I wouldn't want people to see it, you know what I mean? It's like, you want to see it, but you don't want to see it, okay? When the attack first happened, and she just sort of looks up, she curls up in a ball and looks up, she is complete. That's like left a scar on me because I've never in my life seen that body language. Never seen it. You know, the way she reacted of pure confusion and fear. She didn't even know what had happened to her. Because it happened like that. The guy just gets up, does what he does, and walks off. And she just looks up, like, and then she realizes what happened. And nobody went to help. Nobody. They all just looked and walked away. While this poor girl is just dying on her own. And she would have known that she was dying. And nobody helped. Like, what is wrong with you? I mean, okay, the guy who did it was obviously still wielding a little... He had like a pocket knife. But there was like 5 people there, and this guy didn't attack those people. He attacked the person that got on in front of him. Like, but nobody did anything. They all just sat there and then they walked away and left her just blood pouring everywhere. It's like, what? Do something. But anyway, back to my point. If an alien said to me, hey, can you show me the pure human emotion of fear? I would show them that picture of her looking up after it initially happened. Because I have never seen that body language before in my life. And it shocked me. It shocked me. Click a brick. Hello. I mean, you could argue that when it happened, people didn't realize... I mean, even she didn't realize what happened to her, and it was her that it happened to. But she was within seconds collapsing on the floor, and people just looked. They just looked, and then they walked away. I don't understand that. You're not gonna try and help? I'm not saying she would have survived, but at least in her last seconds, she would have known. Like, she even looked over to a woman next to her, and the woman just looked away. Man, this bizarre, man. Absolutely bizarre. I don't know why no one did. I don't know why people didn't do anything. Crazy. Man, if I lived in America, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't want to go out. I'm not saying all of America's like this, but as somebody who lives in the middle of England, in a very small village where nothing really happens at all, maybe you'd hear like some kids outside being loud or something. But if I lived in America, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'd be too afraid to leave. I wouldn't go on buses. I wouldn't go on trains. I wouldn't walk near people. I don't think I'd be able to go anywhere. Because you get people just shooting people in broad daylight and stabbing people on buses. It's like, my God, what the hell is like, it's insane. And I'm not saying all of America's like that, by the way, but as someone over here who all they see is that kind of stuff, it's just kind of like, wow, like you wouldn't even see me. I would be locked in my house with nothing. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't see anybody. That would be it. Craziness. I would not like to live in America. Jesus. I guess if I was brought up in America, then I wouldn't be the person I am, and I'd have a different opinion on it, I guess, right? But as someone who isn't, American and never been to America, and sorry to say it, would never like to go to America, unfortunately, because of stuff like that, I'd be too terrified. I'd be terrified. I'd be scared. I'd be scared that there was some nut job with a gun, or you hear stories of mass shootings all the time, and I'd be just like, no, sorry. Now, I'm not gonna get into conversation about guns and stuff like that, because I have no right to do that. But yeah, as someone who's over here, all you do tend to hear about a lot of American stuff is negative, for the most part. But like I say, I'm not saying all of America is like that, but because America is a very big place. Like, people forget how big, especially coming from the UK. The UK is tiny compared to America. So there's obviously a lot more people, a lot more diversity, a lot more, chance for violence, I guess. But yeah, man, I'd be too scared. Living in Japan for 7 years was so peaceful. When I found I had to move back to America in Albuquerque, I was so scared. Hey, isn't Albuquerque where they filmed Breaking Bad? That was Albuquerque, right? Was it Albuquerque? I don't know, I'm not very thingy. Yeah, man, I'd be terrified to live in America. I'd be terrified. They did film. Yeah, I thought it was Albuquerque. So is that like near Mexico then? By the way, I'm terrible with geography. I just remember on the first episode of Breaking Bad, like at the end, where he's just standing out of his little caravan in his pants, his tighty whities, pointing a gun because he thinks the police are after him. Is that too? Drugs are so bad. Yeah, mostly fentanyl. Yeah. Because where I live, nothing happens. I'm not saying the UK's could be in a bad spot as well. I'm not saying that at all. But I just feel like every time I hear anything about America, it's always bad. It's always, like we always hear like, oh, mass shootings and people getting shot in cinemas, like going to see a film, and then people are shooting up school shootings all the time, and people hanging out of buildings just unloading, bullets on people. And like I say, that's not me talking about gun law. I don't know about gun laws and blah blah blah. I know people have opinions on that. I don't, because I don't have the right to have an opinion on that. I don't think like taking guns away from people would prevent that, but I think having stricter laws on how the hell you get these guns may help, but you know, what do I know? Guns to me are like an alien thing, because you know, you don't really see, you know, people around here don't have guns in their house, you know. Like, for example, obviously in America, if somebody breaks into your house, you have the right to shoot and kill that person, right? Am I correct in saying that? If you own a gun, if someone breaks into your house, you can legally kill that person. Is that correct? Or is that only in some places? By the way, I'm trying to get out of this place. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to get out of here. You don't know. I was kind of asking Side Quest Kitchen, because in some places. Now, do I believe in that? As an Englishman that lives in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of England, in a very rural area, just let me think, do I believe that you should be able to kill someone if, I mean, I guess if they're endangering your life, then what are you supposed to do? Just let them kill you? Like, it's like, what do you do, right? I don't really know. I hope, and I should never ever be in that position. One, I don't own a gun. I wouldn't even know. I mean, I think, you know, obviously you can get, how the hell do I get out of here? Let me out. Obviously people do get guns in the UK, but it's not legal. But yeah. Do I believe that? It's like, do I believe that people should have the right to own guns? Now, I can't really answer that. I can't really answer that because I'm not an American. I don't live in America. So I don't have a valid opinion on that. But what I will say is, if I was protecting my family from, you know, people trying to kill my family or something like that, then of course you have the right. I think you should have the right to protect yourself. What else would you do? Like, just go, okay, well, you've got a gun and I haven't. You can kill me then. Here, I would kill my kids as well. Like, no, of course. But it's kind of like, I don't really know. It's a strange one, because I'm obviously an outsider. I'm not American, and I never been to America. I've only ever see, like I say, I only ever see stuff on TV. And of course, on TV, when it becomes to the news normally is bad. You know, like I say, every time I hear stuff about America, it's always bad. Like, it's very rarely that something good comes out on the news about something happening in America. But that's the news, right? And like I say, I know that it's not as if you're walking around America and everybody's shooting each other. I get that. It's not as if, like, you know, it's like a Call of Duty lobby or something, right? But, you know, I just, when I hear of stuff, it's always, you know, mass shootings and all this stuff, and people, you know, assassinating people, for example. It's like people, you know, I don't know, people like that. I don't know the full story about that, but I you know, if I do, I've found out a lot about that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, my point is, I'd be scared to be in America. I would be terrified to do anything. I wouldn't want to go out. And I kind of get why people think they should be able to, you know, have a gun to protect themselves, because you have obviously lunatics out there that go and just shoot people and stuff and rob people and just shoot people because, I don't know, they I guess there's something wrong with them. I don't really know what. I don't have the mentality of, like, I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine killing someone, and I don't know. It's so bizarre. But then you see on, it's so like nonchalant to a lot of people. They'll just kill people and think it's okay. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's not just America. I'm just talking about it in general at this point. I'm just saying from my standpoint is a lot of pretty much all of it is always something in America. It's always a story about America. And then when you bring politics into it as well, and then you got people, oh, Donald Trump's this, and oh, Joe Biden's this, and oh, Kamala Harris is this, and no one just like thinks for themselves. A lot of people get opinions, and once again, I will not go back on what I say. If you have an opinion on something, it's your opinion. But I do feel like a lot of people's opinions on things are based on other people's opinions, not facts, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like a lot of people misplace opinions and facts. They get the two mixed up. I'm the kind of person who works on facts. And if I say something is a fact and it's wrong, I will fully admit and go, okay, I was wrong. But a lot of people don't do that. They'll just stand by it because they get facts and opinions mixed up. That's the way I see it anyway, as an outsider. I just feel like a lot of people get opinions and facts mixed up with one and the other. That's what it looks like to me anyway. A glowing womb, look at that. Tasty. The hatchlings have no desire to eat or live and will sacrifice themselves to protect their parents. Drains the soul of its bearer and uses its birthlings to hatchlings. Okay. Sure. Cool, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that because I'm going to start being political and all that. I do watch a lot of political stuff, as in like I watch people like debate things, but I always watch both sides. I don't form my opinion because I like somebody. I may have a bias and go, oh, I like that person, I like what they're saying, but I wouldn't, if say somebody I didn't know, or maybe I didn't agree with most things or something like that, I would still listen to their opinion. And there's a lot of times if you listen to people, you know, you may learn something, or your opinion could change on something. You know, you might go, oh, actually, hold on a minute, you're actually right about that. So I think like talking about stuff is good. It's when people, these nut jobs, can't argue and they think it's okay just to go and kill people because they're like, oh, I don't like their opinion, right, I'm just going to kill them. So it's, you know, that gets rid of that problem, doesn't it? And it's just like, what do you mean you're an idiot? You're an absolute idiot. You think that's okay? Like glorifying murdering people in broad daylight just because you didn't agree with their opinion is mind-blowing. In my opinion. And that's a good thing about people it's healthy to disagree. It's healthy to disagree with people. It's healthy to have conversations. The problems start when people stop having conversations and then they just listen to like one perspective. You know, you just have one perspective and you're not willing to listen to anything else just because you might hate somebody or something like that. Like, oh, you dislike this person, I'm not going to listen to anything they say. It's like that. I don't act like that. I may dislike people, but it doesn't mean that I would it doesn't mean I would disagree with them just because I dislike them. It's like people go out there with Donald Trump, for example. I feel like a lot of people hate Donald Trump because they just don't like Donald Trump. That's what I feel. Same with, you know, on the other side with that Kamala Harris stuff. A lot of that stuff I watched, I was like, man, she's digging her own grave, like figuratively here, when, you know, with the whole election thing. I was like, man, a lot of stuff she's doing is she's causing her own problems in my opinion. And obviously it turned out that was the case because she lost. But like I feel like a lot of people choose their opinions on things just because they don't like the person. Like, the person may be a horrible person, or you might not like them, but they may still say and have some good opinions or good stuff, right? Just because you don't like them shouldn't necessarily, just because you don't like somebody, it shouldn't default that you don't, you know, you won't agree with anything they say. That's what I'm on about. So a lot of people base their opinions just because they don't like somebody, and it's just kind of like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's good. If everybody agreed on everything, everything would be boring. Imagine if everybody agreed. Imagine if everybody had the same take on everything. Like, imagine that. Like, how boring would that be? If people didn't have different opinions on stuff. I'm not just talking about politics here. I'm on about in general. If people didn't have different opinions on things, if everybody was the same, then exactly no one would learn. Like, it's healthy to have different opinions on anything. And that's why I just feel like this whole situation with this assassination that happened, it's just kind of like he got murdered because people didn't like what he said about certain things, and they couldn't debate him. Didn't know what to say, so they go, "Oh, we'll just kill him then." And how it's allowed to happen as well. I guess the security. I mean, it was. Imagine going to a college and that happening, just because you're talking about things. But like I say, I'm not for anybody. I'm not against anybody. I just listen to things and I form my opinions on that. There's things that I agree with certain people on. There's things I don't agree with, but that's normal. It's okay for that to happen. You're allowed. We're allowed to think different things, right? That's what makes people interesting, right? We're allowed to think other things. If we're all the same, what's the point? I just think it's sad that people celebrate stuff like that. I think it's sad, and I think it's disgusting. Like seeing these like videos on TikTok of people like celebrating like they've just had, like they've won the lottery or something like that, and like this is a real person. This actually happened. It isn't fake. It's not like people online saying it's fake and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, come on now. Like, come on. Just stop. Stop it. It's like people said that, oh, the Donald Trump attempted assassination was fake and all this. What about the poor firefighter who died protecting his family when the bullets trying to kill him, trying to kill the president? Right? What about that guy? Was that fake as well? Like, did no one forget about that? Was that fake? Did this guy die and that didn't actually happen either? And they got about, oh yeah, well, he grazed. Oh, no one would have stood up when he got shot. I mean, Donald Trump is a unique guy. That's why people hate him, because he's unique. Like I said, once again, I don't like or dislike any of these people. I don't have an opinion. I have opinions based on what I listen to. But like, people think that was staged. People think it's staged. How could it be staged? So what? So well, then what people say was, well, yeah, it was staged. So it was staged that this shot just missed him. Just missed him. People think that Donald Trump and his team or whatever, right, and the CIA, whoever it was supposed to be, went, right, you know what? I want you to shoot a bullet at me, but just miss me by that much. I'm willing to risk this. If it kills somebody else, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna win points here. If it make sure it has to just miss me, right? Just nip my ear a little bit, right? Just nip my ear. We're gonna win this because of this. People think that stuff like that happens, and it's like, are you insane? You sound crazy. Bad aim. No, we're not making jokes about this, by the way. My point is, people out there think that it was set up for him to get shot in the ear. And then people say, oh, he didn't actually get shot in the ear. It was ketchup. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have you heard yourself? You sound insane. You sound crazy. You sound like the crazy ones. Whoever these people are, right? People think... I'm like, you can... I believe some people don't actually believe that. They say this stuff because they know it sounds outrageous and they're gonna get engagement. What do they call it? Engagement farming, or what do they call it when they'll what do they call it? Clip farming or something like that, right? They're saying stuff because they know it's gonna get attention. But there's actually some people who think that, and I'm just like, you got to be some kind of like, wow. I mean, it's your opinion, you know, if that's your opinion, but my God, that is a wacky opinion, I'll tell you. Like, a lot of these people come out and say that, a lot of people end up sounding like the crazy ones that they are. They start sounding like the people that they are saying are the bad guys, right? When they come out of all this crazy stuff like that. Conspiracy theorists. I mean, I like a good conspiracy theorist. I've watched stuff in the past. And, you know, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff. Some of it's just interesting to see why people come to that conclusion on things, right? On certain things. I'm not going to go into any specifics on what, but just that kind of stuff. But there's people out there that actually think that it was set up like that. And it's like, you're telling me that so Donald Trump, for example, was willing to risk his life and set up this attempted assassination just to get votes. He was willing to risk his life on some sniper shooting him, just missing his head. You think he did that? Once again, if that's your genuine opinion, I will respect it's your opinion, but I will respectfully tell you you're absolutely insane. Because it's just insane. Like, I don't think some people don't listen to themselves and think how absolutely ridiculous they sound. A lot of it as well, not a lot of it's funny, but things like that aren't funny. I think, like I said, I would not want to see anybody get, I mean, unfortunately, like I said, I have seen it now with the situation that happened a few weeks ago, but I would not want to see anybody get murdered, whatever, assassinated, whatever you want to call it, on broad daylight on TV. I don't want to see that. That shouldn't happen. So it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care who it is. It could be, I mean, a lot of people would say, yeah, but what about like someone like Hitler or something like that? Wouldn't you have liked to have seen Hitler get his brains blown out on TV? No, I wouldn't. You know, if I was back in the day, no, I wouldn't want to see that. I'm not saying I think Hitler was a great guy, of course, but I'm saying is I wouldn't want people to see that. And then I understand as well. Some people say, well, what about people who get executed? You know, like in some places in America, right? You still have the death penalty. And then people can go and watch it, right? They can get, I mean, I don't know if the electric chair is still a thing, but people get basically put to sleep, right? When they've done something bad. Well, what about that then? What about people who go and see that? Well, that's kind of different, in my opinion. Do I agree with the death penalty? Yeah, I do, actually. Because if somebody deserves it and they know, a serial killer, for example, or a rapist or whatever, and they get put to death, well, yeah. But that's slightly different from somebody just talking to people and someone took it upon their, upon their own will to, whether they were influenced by people or whatever it may be, or if they followed a certain religion or whatever it is. Like, that's different than, say, someone getting the death penalty. Because also, I know people go and watch that, right? But a lot of times they go and watch that because they want justice for, say a murderer killed someone's family member and they get put to death. You can go and watch it, right? But that's because that's different than somebody getting assassinated on TV, right? That's different. So do I agree with the death penalty? Yeah, I probably do, I guess. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to go and see it. But what I'm saying is, with the we don't have the death penalty in the UK, but oh no, we don't. but yeah, like I feel like some people may argue that, like, oh well, so what about the death penalty? And well, yeah, I think the death penalty is slightly different from people taking it upon their own backs to go and kill someone in broad daylight just because they didn't like them. And by the way, just to be clear, I'm not saying I agree with. I'm not giving you an opinion on whether I agree with what people have said or certain views or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about in general. I just don't think that's right. Obviously, like I said, if it was someone like Hitler, you know, Saddam Hussein, you know, Bin Laden, these horrible people, I still wouldn't want to see them get their brains blown out on TV for millions to see. No, I would not want to see that. And I don't think that's the way it should happen. Or should happen. Of course not. But as far as I can tell, this situation that happened recently, all the guy did was preach his views and try to discuss people and educate people about it, and he would challenge other people to challenge him. That's what I've seen. From what I've seen online, you know, a couple of hours the other day, I went back and looked at stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't really seen anything that I would say is, you know, what these people are calling him. I haven't seen it, and that's not because people have told me. I'm going by, like I said before, I go by what I see and what I hear. I don't base my opinions or anything on what other people tell me. I look up stuff myself. So I haven't seen anything like that. Now, I could be wrong, but, you know, from what I've seen, he was a guy who had some strong opinions on certain things, and he had fact-based opinions from what I can see, but for some things, and people didn't agree with him, which is fine. You're allowed to agree. You're allowed your own opinion. But like I say, the only thing I saw him do was debate people and spark conversations with people and challenge people to try and get his message across. But he seemed very willing to listen to other people as well. But he was honest with what he said on his certain views on whatever he was talking about. I don't see why that was, you know, like I say, he may have said things that people didn't like, but so. I hear things regularly that I don't like people say. It's not mean I'm gonna go around and think they should get murdered. No. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But believe it or not, I am not a political person. I don't follow any. I am not, whether left or right. I am deadly neutral. But I do have opinions, and I do listen to people on whatever they are. Like I said, I don't base people's what people say on their political alignment. It's like my uncle, for example, the one I was talking about. I challenged him when he was down that time, because he was so like, he was, you know, talking about Donald Trump, right? So he was like, kept going on about him because he was on the news and all this stuff, right? It was when the talking about like the war with Ukraine and all this stuff, right? And that was when it was on the news all the time. So he was rambling on about that, and I said to him, I was like, so if you say you had a friend, I said to my uncle, say you had a friend who supported Donald Trump and liked him, right? Just liked him for whatever reason, right? And you've known this guy all your life since you were kids. My uncle's like 70 years old, right? And you've known him, say, for 50 years. Would you disown your friend because he had a different political view to you? And he said, yes. And I'm like, really? Just because you don't agree on politics, you have to, like, you wouldn't be their friend, even though you've known them all your life? To me, I'm like, wow. Like, what? That's crazy. That you would I mean, some people do it with family members. They'll disown family members because they have a different political view. And I'm like, wow. That's crazy. In my opinion, that's insane. That's why I don't align with anything. I just listen to people. Like I do find it funny sometimes. Like I watch things like Piers Morgan and stuff like that, uncensored on YouTube, and I watch it purely because one, I find it interesting. The debates are interesting to me for the most part. If I'm interested in the subject they're talking about, I will most likely watch it. But like for the most part, I just think it's funny because everybody is so like set in their ways, and they argue all the time. And I'm like, and some of it's just funny to watch because people get so mad and they get like really angry at each other, and one's like so adamant about one point and the other's so adamant about the other point, and no one listens to each other. They all just are so stuck in their own way that they are refusing to listen to anything. They're just so stuck in their way that it's their way or the highway, and it doesn't matter what, you know, you won't listen to anybody else's opinion. It's just it's some of it's funny. Like, I find it funny, a lot of the stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this kind of stuff because I'm trying to figure out how the hell I get there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm wandering around at the minute, quite literally with my head cut off. Well, not literally, but figuratively with my head cut off. I don't know where to go. I guess, you know what? I think it's time. But yeah, last thing I'll say about that kind of stuff is I have opinions on things. I have opinions on things that some people might say makes me a certain way. But I'm not. Certain things I have opinions on that some people would go, right, you're this then, when I'm really not. But it's just my opinion. You know, I don't mean any ill will to anybody. Palace grounds. Wait. Oh, hidden station. There we go. Yeah, there's opinions I have that a lot of people probably would not agree with, but it's just an opinion. I don't mean any harm to anybody. Just an opinion. Anyway, let's go and beat this damn boss that bested me yesterday. I don't know what you do there. Boo. I'll try to see how many thingy-majigs I had with my dream nail, but I can't seem to see anything. I also think as well nowadays, with certain things, people out. A lot of people throw out terms for people that they'll label people with certain names, which is not disingenuous. I don't know what the word is. Like, people will start throwing out and call people certain words, but call people certain words and then it loses what the original meaning of the word was. For example, people call people conservatives. People call conservatives Nazis and Hitler and all this stuff, right? To me, that's first of all, it's ludicrous. But second of all, it loses the word. It loses the Nazi. To me is Nazi Germany, Hitler. That's what that is. I feel like a lot of people now, they just start calling people Hitler and Nazis and all this stuff. It loses what that is. If you know what I mean. It loses what it's supposed to mean. A lot of people call people like racist all the time when they're not being racist. People call people homophobic when they're not being homophobic. They'll just use the word. Be transphobic, call people transphobic because they say certain things about things. People just throw words out and it's lost the original meaning. Don't get me wrong. There are racist people. There are homophobic people. There are, you know, transphobic people. Of course there are. But I'm just saying that there's a lot of times where these names and words are just thrown out as an insult when it doesn't even make sense. Sometimes. So it loses word becomes meaningless. Because you're just throwing it out there and it just doesn't mean what it originally means. I don't even know if it makes any sense what I'm saying, but I think I am. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's talk about something else. What should we talk about? Weather's nice, isn't it? Actually, the weather here it's actually been pouring down with rain today. Now you may think, oh well, typical British weather. I think there's a misconception about British weather. People always say there's always raining and grey. Yeah, there are times where it is like that, but it's not always like that. But it has been raining today quite a lot. I don't know what it's doing now, but it's pitch black outside, but because it is currently 9 p.m. Yeah, it's been raining today. By the way, just so you know, I'm killing this boss. No rage today, I told you. Told you. Told you. Also, bear in mind, I've upgraded my weapon 3 times. See how many hits that took? Wow. I should definitely go back to the wherever I take those. It was a close call. Yeah, I thought I was going to die at the end there, but I must admit, I got to pat myself on the back a little bit. I did do some pretty clutch dodges at the end there. I almost was going to try and heal. And I think if I would have tried to heal there, I would have died. So I'm glad that I just stuck it out. But yeah, man, that boss takes so many hits. And I've upgraded my weapon 3 times. Bear in mind, yesterday when I was trying to fight him, I'd only upgraded my weapon once. So God knows how much longer it would have took trying to fight him with just a, you know, a one upgrade. Anyway, we can now take this crap off there. We don't need this on there anymore. And let's get out of here. All right. Told you no rage. Completely calm. Not even a hint of a swear word in sight. Not at all. Yet. There's still time. But yeah, I'm glad that I decided not to heal there, as I think I would have got hit attempting to do it. Even though I do have the faster heal now, the initial heal is the initial sort of. So basically, the initial sort of charge to heal seems to take the same time. It's the subsequent charges afterwards that are quicker. So you still have to take a moment to charge up the initial heal. So, but having that charm, the faster heal definitely is a big one. All right, Mr. Stag. Let's go to... Okay, so somewhere there we can go. Okay, where was the... Oh, there. It's over there. We need to go to resting ground. Get a spot. Man, I'm 36 years old. Do you ever still, like... I still get, like, random spots. Although, I must admit, as a teenager, I never really had, like, bad acne. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at that dream nail. Ah, your dream nail holds over 200 essence. You're proving your talent is in the collection. Have you seen the great door just outside? My tribe closed it long ago and forbade its opening. Ah, but as far as I can tell, I'm the only member of my tribe still breathing. That means I needn't feel bad about breaking a taboo. As proof of my belief in you, I'll open the door. Thanks, bug friend. There, the door is open and you can enter the glade beyond it. Listen closely in there and you may hear the utterings of bugs long gone. You certainly may... Yep. I shouldn't be playing though, telling these greys and girls and wielder little penitents for old crimes. Certain things have to be kept in balance. Take this trinket for your efforts and return with 500 essence to essence. Keep up your tireless work. Pale ore! 500 essence. You're a master in the making. Well done. Well done. I have a small reward for you. Plucked from one of my most precious memories, this charm will bring you and the dream nail closer together still. The secrets of this kingdom won't be able to hide from you any longer. Take it and return once you've collected 700 essence. More gifts await you. Dream Wielder. Plaza Bearer to charge the dream nail faster, collecting more soul and striking foes. Okay. So you already have 700 essence. I wonder whether the dreamers are watching you as you work, or even that old king. That lock of theirs, desperate, but very clever. I wonder how long they thought it could hold. I hold no disdain for them, though. As history goes on, I grow numb to its repetitions. Take your gift and continue collecting essence. Once you have 900, come back and visit me. Hello, my cat Samson has taken up my desk. But as long as he's behaving himself, I don't care. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He thinks he owns my desk. Well, guess what, Samson? I have arms. I can pick you up and put you off the desk. The bugs within this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you may remain, but raise your nail and you will contend with me. Buy my cookies, they're ever so tasty. Beware your own blind, little one. Twisted minds breed dark deeds, and mine is more twisted than most. I thought it would be my end, but instead I found this glade with a sort of peace. I used to help others. They were brought to me sick and dying. What difference does it make? Any victory against death will always be temporary. What about if I do this? Oh, hi. Whoops. No, don't kill me. I'm just a little boy. Oh, I'm all the way back here. No. Well, I probably shouldn't have done that. I deserve that, I think. So, am I ahead of you now, Side Quest Kitchen? Would you say that I'm ahead of where you're at now? Kind of in some aspects, okay. I swear I sat on that bench. I guess I didn't. Okay, don't worry. I won't attack any of your friends anymore. Don't fear, little creature. Though a violent rage once possessed me, the peaceful air in this place seems to have kept at bay. Just beat Fog Canyon Mask, and I have Tears of... I don't know what that is. Fog Canyon. Oh wait, I can't get through Fog Canyon yet, can I? You enjoy your time in our glade? I'd offer advice, though maybe you're obviously quite adept to navigating our world and its perils. Swim in the acid. Ah. Where do I do that? I don't want to speak to these people, by the way. I can't be bothered. It was a big orange jellyfish. Yeah, but do you have the ability to go through that black, the black sort of barrier? Did you have that ability yet? I can't remember what you do. You get an ability to break or go through the black, sort of like the black barrier. Oh, secret. I was working on that right now, but that's why I was raging. I don't remember. How do you get that? So you don't need that to beat the big jellyfish then? Okay. So I guess I'll go to Fog Canyon next. Isn't a I was thinking it's called Isma's Tier. Where'd you get that then? Because there was a place I can't go because I can't. Well, I can't swim in the acid. Where do you get that? I'm so close to 900 as well. You have to beat Hornet for the one to slash the shadows, and once you beat the Dung Defender, it's through there. There's a way to get to Ozma's grocery store. Is that how you get it? I don't remember any of that. Oh, Isma, okay. Yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff. Where's Hornet? Where do I fight Hornet? Oh, Isma's. Oh, it's not quite. It's called Isma's. Okay, it's not Isma's grocery store. It's Isma's Grove. Got you. All right. She's over the Kingdom's Edge. Kingdom's Edge, where's that? The hell's the point in this area? There's nothing here. Weird. I think you might need to lower the acid from the royal waterways. All right, well, I was going to go down there anyway, so let's go down there. I guess the royal waterways is below the City of Tears. Well, I thought I already did that. There's a switch after you beat the dung bear. I swear I've done that. Well, let's go down there anyway. Okay, I don't have a map for this area. I swear I've hit the switch because you can see it in the background. Yeah, this here. What does this do? You go to the bottom of that tall area. Bottom of that tall area. Jesus, relax. Ah. Bottom of the tall area. Where do you? What's the tall area? So there's a ledge, you use the crystal heart cross. Yeah, but where? Where would I use it? You wish I could just point on the map. Well, once I open the map, and then you can tell me. Or tell me at least where, if you can tell me where it's near. Oh wait, I can't open my map here. No map for me yet. Okay, so which area is it in? Or near? Under the City of Tears. Okay. Well. Oh, I'm under the City of Tears, so somewhere underneath here. And what am I looking for again? Sorry, am I looking for Hornet? I forgot even what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. There. Sorry, I forgot. I literally forgot what I was even looking for in the first place. Oh, my mind was wandering. Oh, I haven't been here. Christmas tears. Oh, I hear something. I hear something above me. Sounds like a mask shard. Do, 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 do. Hello.
Make him noise.
Oh, aren't these waterways thrilling? A labyrinth of pipes and tunnels. I couldn't have asked for a better place to employ my talents. It's all so orderly and considerate, so considered. Nothing like the crude irregularity of those caverns. Ah, but so sad. My trunk is telling me those fungal wastes are close, and I can sense my damp adventure may have reached its end. Guess I'll have to pull on this map done. Oh, just a map? Don't I have a map of this? Oh, I didn't. Alright, well, can you tell me where Isma's Tears is? Or whatever. Now we're in business, exactly. I can actually see where I am. I hear there's something in this wall. There's something here. I can hear it. Like a mask shard or something. Ah. Oh. Thought it was a secret wall. Oh, it's underneath me. Ah, there we go. Mask shards. This, yes, another HP up. Look at that. I now have 2, 4, 6, 8 HP. The bottom right of the waterways. Okay. Do you mean down here? Or here? You know what? Let's just go and have a look. Go straight across. Okay. Did I hear a good old caterpillar up here, or a grub, whatever? That's why I hear a grub up here. To the left, something's going. Ah. I can hear it right here. So if it's above me or below me there. I don't know. So past the dung eater place, right? Go down a level. Okay. Down here? Yeah. There we go. Thanks for that. Whoa. Like how there's pink crystals on the wall to show you where to use the ability. But I got so many of these eggs now. I got like 11 or something. Yeah, I got 11. Got ambushed. What's up, Samson? What? He's talking to me. What do you want? What do you want? What? Isma's Grove. Bye, Samson. Isma's Tia. Alright, we got there in the end. Aha, hello. Alright, now I know where I want to go. First, I gotta get out of here. That's all that matters, yeah. It's all about the journey, right? I can hear you, Samson. You'd have to... I know you're meowing yet. Oh wait, what am I doing? There may have been a quicker way to get out of here, but we're just going to go back the way... Ah! The way I came. Alright. I want to get out of here. Samson, stop. He sounds like a baby. He's sitting behind me just going, wow, wow. He's not meowing. He's just sitting there going, wow, wow. He's very vocal. You're back? Welcome back. All right then, Governor. I want to go somewhere. Now, I don't remember where it was, but it was a bit where I couldn't get past because I had to go in the water. It's probably here. Kitty sounds. Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't sound like a cat when he does it. He doesn't. He generally doesn't sound like a cat. He's sitting there. He looks and he just goes wow wow. He just looks at me and just goes wow wow. It's not a meow. Because when he meows, it's because he wants like his food or something, right? But when he just sits there, he just goes wow 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 like that. And you may think I'm crazy, but I'm being serious. Like he literally just sounds like he's going wow wow. Not right, Samson. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He knows I'm talking about as well. I'm talking about you. I am. Cat does that too, yeah, but does he do it all day? And as soon as he wakes up, he just walks around your house going wah, 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 for no reason? Does he do it at 3 o'clock in the morning for like 2 hours and wake you up every night? And he doesn't even want anything? Samson, he does it. He literally just walks around doing it. As soon as he's awake, he has to make noise. He does it all day. Not at 3 a.m. Oh, he wakes me up every single day. Oh, wait, this is closed now. Samson, stop. Where's that closed now? Well, I guess we go this way then. I go up to the station up here. Stop it. What did Kitty do? Well, he's got this thing. I think it's like a... I don't know what it is, like a power thing or something like that. But what he'll do... And by the way, they both my cats are male, and both of them have been... They both have their bits bobbed, if you know what I mean. They no longer have testicles, let's put it that way. But Samson, for some reason, still, like, viciously mounts Neo and grabs him around the neck and goes on the back of him. And Neo just lets him do it. Mockingjay, hello. Welcome to the stream where I talk about my cats who no longer have testicles. Bro. Rowley. All right, let's go where I wanted to go. Ooh. She's not there. It was actually over here, I think. What is this game about? Bugs and stuff. There you go. There's your answer. It is a Metroidvania style game. We are called Knight, and we gotta go and kill things. Basically the gist of it. No, I want to fall down. No, 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 no. You son of a... I did not want to fall down here. And I want to get back up. Back up. Samson! Jesus Christ, you sound like you're being murdered. Stop. This is not where I wanted to go. Where am I? I know where I want to go, but I don't remember where it is on the map. There was a bit where I needed to be able to swim in the acid. I don't remember where it was though. Good job. Where was that? I don't remember where it was. It was like a little bit that you had to go. It was like a little tiny bit I couldn't get past because I couldn't go in the water. But now I can. Watch the stream again. No, it's all right. I'll find it. It's up here somewhere. I just can't remember where it is. I'll find it. Might be up there actually. I don't think this is it, but oh, no, not here. No, no. Ah! Not there. I'm so bad at navigating, it's terrible. The hobbits. We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. God. Here it is. This here. That's what I was looking for. The hobbits. Did I get them all? I did. Right, we're getting close to 900. If I got 900, I gotta... Once I get 900, we've got to go and go to the person again, tell her. The hobbits. All right, this is not where I want to be. Hey, this is not where I want to be. I want to be the very best. That no one ever was. Who is my favorite Lord of the Rings character? I don't have one. I watched all 3 Lord of the Rings films one time, and that's it. I don't know, Legolas. There you go. I remember that character's name, Legolas. Orlando Bloom's character. Oh, they are exploding. Okay. Gandalf. The hobbits. My favorite is boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Ever seen The Hobbit? No. Was never really a big fan of Lord of the Rings, to be honest. I mean, I probably watched. I haven't watched them since I was a kid, so I may have a different opinion now. But how do I open this? Yeah, I was never really that into them. Films. Potatoes. Some old school YouTube memes. I miss old YouTube. Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. Does anybody remember Tourette's guy? There was this guy. It turns out he never actually had Tourette's, but he was called Tourette's guy. And back when I was like 18 or 19, I thought it was one of the funniest things ever. Vote potatoes. Vote potatoes for the next president of Hallownest. Don't die. Do not die. New president of Hallownest. Potatoes. Tourette's guy was stupid. Like people thought he said he had Tourette's. He actually didn't have Tourette's, but it was kind of silly. But it was funny at the time. I remember when I was have I used an egg yet? No, I haven't. I haven't had the need to. But I have 11 of them, so we're all good. Yeah, there's a guy called, he went by Tourette's guy, and he just did stupid stuff. Turns out, like I say, he never actually had Tourette's. But you know, one of my first experiences as a kid, so I was only like 13 or something like that. I didn't know what Tourette's was. I don't find Tourette's funny, obviously, because it's a neurological disorder. I get that, right? But so I'm just making that. Some of it's funny. I mean, you gotta admit, even some people with Tourette's say it's okay to laugh with them, not at them, right? But so when I watched this program, there was this guy from Scotland. There was a TV show back when I was like 13, 14. and it was about people with Tourette's, and I didn't know what Tourette's meant. I just thought Tourette's meant you just swore uncontrollably. That's what I thought Tourette's was, right? And so I watched this program, and then this guy's talking. I always found it hilarious. I remember thought it was funny at the time, and it's still kind of funny now to me, but obviously, you know, it's not funny, but it is funny. So the guy's talking about, he's laying on his bed, he's being interviewed, he's like talking about he loves his dog. He's got this big, lovely, like looking dog. And he's like talking about his dog, and he's like, he's stroking his dog, petting his dog, and he's like, I would never let any harm come to my dog. I love my dog so much. And then he punches his dog in the head. He starts punching the dog, and then he starts, oh, sorry, because he's Tourette's. And I thought it was one of the funniest things ever, because he's saying how much he loves his dog and that he would never let any harm come to his dog, and then he punches it in the head directly after he said how much he wouldn't, how he would never see any harm come to his dog. As a kid, I thought that was hilarious, because I didn't understand it, right? I didn't understand it. But, yeah, it's kind of funny. Poor dog. Yeah, he didn't like, it wasn't like crazy, but it's just the fact that as he was saying that he would never harm his dog, he punches it in the head. And it wasn't like a massive like whack, but it was, you know, he punched it in the head. And yeah. Now, I'm not inciting violence on animals, of course. I'm just saying that as a 13/14-year-old who didn't understand what Tourette's actually was, I thought it was just swearing. He was the same guy that would go, he would go into like a busy shopping center and shout bomb. He'd be like, oh no, not a shopping center, in a like an airport or something, and he would just shout bomb. There's a bomb. But if you don't understand Tourette's, you know, they can't help it. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Yeah, Tourette's, you can't, you know, people, they can't control it. It's a brain disorder, but it's a neurological disorder. Well, this place is annoying, isn't it? I really love walking all the way back over here as well. It's amazing. Have I watched the Hunger Games? No. I've never watched those. I know your name is a reference to one of the films. Isn't one called Mockingjay? But no, I never watched them. Heard they're pretty good though. I just never got around to watching them. There's two actually called Mockingjay. Oh, okay. How many films are there in total? There's a new one come out next year. Okay. Right now there's 5. Oh, really? I didn't realize there was that many. I go the wrong way here. I just remember that, what's her face is in it? Jennifer Lawrence. I know she's in them, right? Is she in all of them, or is she just in, like... I only thought there was 3 of them, but... Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know, any different. You know what? Maybe I should watch them. You gave me an idea. Maybe I should find... Because some of these films I was probably, you know, at some point meaning to get around to watch. I just sometimes I find it difficult to get in the right mood to watch films. Like if I was watching films with somebody, it'd be different. I'd probably watch more, but sometimes I need to be in the right mood to watch a film. And then what normally happens when I watch films is I start binge watching films. She plays Katniss, who's also called the Mockingjay. Okay. You got a little bit of Jennifer Lawrence, that's all I'm going to say. First recent one is about President Snow when he was younger. Well, I don't know who they are. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for me. I'm going to watch them. Oh, they are on Netflix. Because I always buy Netflix subscription. I never actually watch. The only thing I ever really watch on Netflix is, I end up watching all these true crime things. And sometimes I watch the wrestling, if there's like a wrestling event on. Because I used to watch wrestling as a kid, but then sometimes I'll watch it now. It's on Prime Video. Okay. I might watch them. You've actually given me an idea for films to watch, because I've heard they're pretty decent, I think. I do not like this area. This area can suck an egg. Whatever that means. If I like reading the really good books. You know what? I do like reading, but I can't read. Now, before you go, haha, he can't read. What I mean is, I can, like, read. But when it comes to books, my attention span is really bad when it comes to reading. Like, if I was into an audiobook, for example, different story. But like trying to read actual books, my brain, I can't do it for some reason. And I discovered this when I was at school, because we had like a book week where like for 1 week, like World Book Day or whatever, or World Book Week. Oh, come the balls on, man. We had to read a book, so every morning, go and have a nice day, exploding eggs. Go and have a nice day. Go and have a nice day. Have a nice day, exploding egg. Go on, have one on me. Have a nice day. Why don't you try one chapter today? No, because then I'll probably lose interest. But yeah, no, I find it really hard. Like when reading, if there's like long paragraphs of text, I struggle to read it for some reason. As in, like, I'll end up just skipping forward a lot. Don't know why. But audiobooks, like I've listened to a lot of like autobiographies and stuff that have been like audio-fied. But I do like books though, but I just struggle to read. But I'd probably listen to an audiobook, yeah. And the same with like, when you have when you have instructions for something. So say if you get something that's got an instruction manual to like how to work it or something like that. I'd rather watch a video. I'm much more of a visual person. Like I would learn more or learn more about something if I was shown it than told to read about it. You know what I mean? Like you can tell me the instructions for something, and then I can watch a video of someone telling me or showing me those instructions, which is the exact same, but it's visual. So like I see it. I would be able to follow the video better than follow the words written down. Just the way I am, I guess. Visual's much easier. Yeah, I've always been like that. For whatever reason. But this time, I'm gonna try not to die to the explodey egg things. At least that's the bolognese. Told you, no swearing. I'm not going to say any profanities at all. No profanities. I've been close. No more egg deaths. Hopefully not, but they do explode and do 2 hearts of damage. So they are rather annoying, to say the least. I don't really know how to deal with them properly. But try not to die. Die to the eggs. I don't know how you're supposed to navigate this. This is tough. How are you supposed to navigate this? You're trying to draw Zelda right now, but her outfit is so complex. I used to love drawing. They're ever doing this part. Well, I don't really know how you're supposed to get through those. They explode if you hit them, and there's a lot of them, and they do 2 damage, which is rather annoying. But it's okay. We're not raging. We're all chilling. It's all good. No rage today. It's all smiles today. No swearing. No profanities. None of that. Not gonna happen. Cut to about an hour's time. This boss has got his stupid attacks. It's not even that fun. He just spawns. Or I'm a gamer. Yeah, I know. But the other day, I raged so hard that I looked back on it and I was like, you know what? I kind of said some things there. Nothing too crazy. But I did tell the game. Now, I did say there's going to be no profanities, but I am quoting myself from the other day. Okay? So, watch your ears, children, because I'm about to repeat what I said the other day. When I died to the boss for the final time and decided not to go back, I did tell the game. You ready? Wait, now this doesn't count as swearing, okay? This doesn't count as my not swearing. I'm just quoting what I said the other day, okay? I did tell the game to suck a big fat dick. Okay? Now that's not very nice. So, you know, there's no need for that. I'm a grown man. I should have got all of that out of me when I used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That should have been left in the past. I should not tell the game to do anything such like to anything. Okay? I shouldn't do that. It's not you. It's not right. It's not professional. And it certainly isn't me. I should not do that. Don't you dare go. You can not suck anything. Hey, me, can you stop killing me, me? I'm dying already around here, me. I want to go down there. Ah, there's a shortcut now. Oh, what's this? Oh, a charm notch. Well, that was worth it. Now I have full health somehow. How did I get full health? Well, that was definitely worth it. I'm glad I came this way now. Let's go downtown. You can get it all. Downtown. Oh, what? Come on, that was a load of nonsense. I think there's a boss coming up. Now you have to go there. Yeah, the charm notches are really handy. For obvious reasons. It means you can equip more charms. Oh, I'm the other side. Okay, I've worked out if you hit the jellyfish down, they don't. The little explodey bit doesn't come out. Afterwards, I think. Hey, hello, map guy. Where are you? Hello. Oh, as odd as much of Hallownest can be. Hallownest. There's a whole new level of strangeness about these caves. Did you see the dark gate below? It's quite unsettling to be near. I did my best to avoid it. Fortunate for me, I found another route in. Though I did end up a little singed after wading through some acid. All right, let's go to the next area. Whoa. Right, let's go over here. Hello. Doesn't this kingdom just abound with surprises? I'm okay, challenge you. I beat this boss. You beat this boss in 3 tries. Okay. I'll see if I can beat it in less than 3 then. I'm building atop an acid lake. Despite the sight, I can't help but feel familiarity. Something stirs my mind, though I can't yet tell what. I thought it my lust for discovery that led me here, but now there seems to be something else. This building beckons me. Yeah, but do you have a bench? Is there a bench nearby? I would like to find a bench, please. There must be a bench here somewhere, surely. There's one in the building. Oh, okay. I'll go back in a sec. We'll see what's over here. Queen's Garden. I remember this place. I've already been here? I've already been here. What? Yeah, another rancid egg. Why not? How's it going? Ah, Tiny Warrior, then you too come test yourself against that traitorous tribe. Deadly bunch. They're deadly bunch. They are at that roost within these glades. I'd once have stayed clear of them, but your actions have shown me the truth of it. We must face down our fears or be defeated by them. If we both make it through, we can swap stories of our adventures. I look forward to that. Hey, you traitors! I'm your king! I bested you all. I don't want to be here yet. I'll come back. So you beat this boss in 3 tries. Okay, let's see if I can... See, considering you're challenging me, I will gladly take up that challenge. Help if I went to the right place. Oh, I remember this area. Okay. Hello, large jellyfish. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, wow. What the? Oh, can I? Jesus. Help me! Can you be a little bit quicker in... There you go. And Turbo, you're a lot better than me. I have more health, so you probably do it first try. No, I didn't. I was too slow in moving out of the way of the electric bolts, electric bits. I was just too slow. There you go. I should have beat it first try, but I was just being really slow at not moving out of the way of the little electric things. Tank full of charged luma flies. Something glows within the tank. Did she call to you then? Did she call you too then? I realize it's no coincidence we arrived together. Though much of my memory is blank, this place I recall. Within these chambers, the teacher sought to store the kingdom's knowledge at its core. She stored herself. To save Hallownest, the teacher willingly became a seal, but upon herself, she enacted an additional protection. Though I cannot recall it happening, I played a part in that feat. She called me here now to reverse that protection, all in aid of you. Okay. figure sleeps within the tank. Do not hesitate. The choice to reform was hers, not mine. She knows what you would do and seems to welcome it. Okay. Kind of feel bad doing this to these guys. Ooh, black egg's open. I think. The madam's life is extinguished, and with it, her seal breaks. It's a heavy thing you attempt, but I've seen your prowess up close, and she too believes you're capable. You're on your journey then, allow me to rest the time. With the deed complete, I begin to feel my age. Okay. Anything else here, though? King Light, M, growth, in kind, flow, all think, in field, old light, S, yeah, okay. It's obviously words, letters missing there. I guess I go to the... I don't know where to go now. Should I go to the Queen's Garden again? I guess I can go to the Black Egg. See what's over here then. I remember the area, I just don't remember what's over here. It's the Yiga clan of the Mantis. They're Mantis defectors. The hell was that? Oh, hi. Isn't this just the most intriguing place? So, oh, I accidentally clicked A. At least there's something argued between us. We should really stop squabbling about such petty things. Yep, and take some of this. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, when I pop into our... Okay, well, why is he not here? It's a bit annoying that he's not there. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, just... What are you doing? Me? Well, if I find a stag station down here, then I can go back and buy the map. There's a bench. Wait, what's up here? Whoa. Whoa. I'm not a fan of the attacks, the ranged attacks, the mantis, because when they come back around. Oh, come on. Oh, I can just break them when they're dead. Okay, I didn't realize I could do that. That's fine. So there's a stag station somewhere up here. We can go back to Dartmouth and purchase a map for this area. Hopefully, I don't know if I've gone past the stag station or what. I know where I am. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I can go in this. I forgot I can go in this water now. That means you can die. Did I get them all? Didn't sound like it. Apparently I didn't get them all, but I don't know where. Oh, there we go. You the last one? Oh, no, there's more up here. Well, now I got them all. Okay. Where am I? Let me have a look. Oh, okay. Well, I did miss the stag station, so let me go back down and find the stag station. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh dear, what time is it? 10:36 p.m. Is that breakable? Oh, it is breakable. Look at that. I must be close to finding all of those guys now, because I should probably go back and have a look. Look at those skills. Apparently I missed a stag station somewhere down here. Maybe this way. Was this way? Have I been here? Ah, I can't go there because I can't get past that. Ah, nuts. Where's this? Where is this stag station? Oh. Because I missed. Oh, maybe the stag station's where the stag head is, and an arrow pointing towards where it is. Kind of gives it away. Oh, large bug. I'm surprised that didn't get me. You hate those jumping spots? Yeah, because they're kind of unpredictable where they're going to jump, aren't they? They're very weird. Very weird movements. Right, where the hell is this stag station at? Oh, Jesus. Hello. Oh, the queen is coming. I've been waiting for so long, and now she's almost here. I feel like I'm about to burst. I kept it safe, the sacred garden. I kept it safe for all time. And soon the queen will return to teach me to fly. Shall we wait together, strangers? Shall we play together? Yeah. I have no idea where I was now. I haven't got a clue where I was. It isn't down here. This is annoying. Oh. I think my best option here is just to go back to Dirtmouth. If I can find my way out of here. And purchase a map. So then I can see where I died. Because I haven't got a clue where I died. I wouldn't even know where I would begin to remember. I just remember it was when it was pointing towards the stag station, but that doesn't really help, so I don't even remember where the stag station sign was. There's the stag station sign. Still don't know where the stag station actually is. I have found the stag station. Alright, let's go back to Dirtmouth. Let's buy a map, come back, kill that boss. His story is so sweet. I love him. What, the the last stag. Found a stag nest. Yeah, let's go again. My duty binds me travel only where I'm called. If you wish to see it yourself, I can take you there. None may remain welcome us. I remember this. Well, we can go to the stag nest afterwards, okay? Let me go back home first. Back to Dirtmouth. 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 Let's go back to Dirtmouth. Panara. First of all, let me see if this guy's got anything. Oh no. He doesn't have anything for me. Panara.
Panara.
Acquire a map of each. Oh, I found all the areas now? Wow. Found all the areas already?
Oh.
Wow. Oh. Right, let's go back and beat that bouncy bug. Which was in... Queen's Gardens. There we go. Bapanara. I now have a map for this place, which is good. What's a cat fur all over my face? Bapanara. Goodbye. Liam, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, stranger, you're strong, much stronger than me. I've been waiting a long time, stranger. I've been fighting a long time, stranger. I'm very tired. The queen will be here soon, and I just needed to sleep a little. Wake me when the queen arrives, stranger. Perhaps the queen will teach us both to fly, stranger. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Tetra's root and leaf, we honor you. Papanara. Yeah, I must have nearly found all those now. Sorry for turning up late. Oh, it's all right. It's not as if you had an appointment. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Can you talk to me now? Okay, I don't know how you interact with that fellow there. Okay, I would like to go to the black egg now, please. That would be desirable. Oh, God. Pop, 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 pop. I wish to not fight you. Okay, I would like to leave here. I guess I'm gonna go. I'm taking the long way around, but you know, I wanted to look at the scenery, I guess. Panara. Right, let's take a nice little trip back to. Oh no, let's go to the stag place. I remember there's something there to do. I don't remember what it is though. Ah. Panara. I missed something over here. Here sleeps the traitor's child. Oh. Okay. Let me know what to do about that. Right, let's go back. Let's go catch the tram. Not a tram, the stag beetle. Oh no. Okay. I did not want to go down here. I want to go left. Let's go to Stagnest, a new destination. Open all of Hallownest stag stations and discover the stag nest. God, like all his stag friends are dead. empty eggshell. It made a dong sign, which is a something to do with like a secret. I remember you can do something here, but I don't remember what it is. There's some sort of quest line here, but I don't remember what it is. There's something you can do. Wait, can I talk to the stag? Beetle? What do you think of my old home, little one? It was full of life once. Stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they've been and pastures they met. For a long time now, I've considered myself the only one remaining, the last stag. But being in this nest again, there's something in the air, a smell or a warmth, or a presence perhaps. Could it be other stags have made their way into the wider world? Yes, I'll hold on to that hope. My kin, still alive, still out there, journeying beyond these lands. But for me, I could never abandon the stagways, not as long as pastures still need them. I can tell you still have important work to do. I'll be your companion as long as my old body still serves. Let us enjoy the old stagways of this kingdom together a little longer. Yeah. A pass you hold. It's not for the light. It's not for that ghastly machine, the tram. I hope you're not thinking about riding those grotesque contraptions. The thought of a mere machine could attempt what the stags do. Foolish. Very foolish. Sorry. I definitely am not going to use the tram. Okay. Never. I will never betray my stag friend. Stag beetle friend. Yeah, you can do something here. Don't remember what it is, but we'll figure it out at some point. I believe it's something to do with that broken egg. I'm Gorb. Bow, 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 bow to Gorb, the great mind. I'm Gorb. Ascend, 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 ascend with Gorb. Challenge the warrior dream. Sure. Oh. This guy sounds like Tingle. I am Gorb, the great mind, the pain, ascend, ascend. I am dead. Gorb. Now let's go back to Dirtmouth. Let's go to the black egg. Do, 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 do. All right. do, 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 do. Keep forgetting those guys explode. Ooh. Okay. 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 Look. I'm not going to say it because I don't have to say it. But, hey. It's rather impressive, right? That's impressive. Oh, we got more. We're even more. Wow. Whoa. Da, 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 da. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. Completion percentage ready, available in the journal. 68% complete. Are you the Hollow Knight we've been talking about? Whoa. Yeah, just yeah. Good job. You're off to dinner. You'll still be back later. I'm probably going to end the stream soon, but appreciate you being here. Enjoy your dinner. I feel like I've just beat the Hollow Knight, but I know this isn't the end, I don't think. There is more to this game, but I don't remember what. I think this is like, quote, the bad ending, I think, because I get imprisoned here. I become the Hollow Knight. Which is not a good thing. Yeah, there's a bigger ending, but I don't remember how you do it. Defeat the Hollow Knight and become the Vessel. A game by Team Cherry. Well, that's Hollow Knight beat, but there is a more. There is a more. There is a different ending. I don't know how you remember how you do it though. Yes, it's crazy to see, or how I'm actually glad that I jumped into Silksong before coming back to this game again, because my original plan was to, because I beat this game before when it came out, not when it came out, sorry, I beat it like 4 or 5 years ago, and I played through it one time. And before Silksong came out, I was planning on playing this again before playing Silksong. But I'm glad that I didn't, because it's actually quite, when I was playing Silksong and I was making the claim that, man, Silksong is 10 times harder than Hollow Knight, I wasn't too sure. Maybe I was just forgetting how difficult, now Hollow Knight is still difficult, don't get me wrong. But compared to Silksong, this game is, and I know I haven't beat everything, but even if you think of Silksong, if you know Silksong at this point, with the base 2 acts, it took me getting to the end, or beating the last boss, to get into the last boss of the game, not the true last boss, but the sort of general last boss, without doing all the secret stuff to get the true last boss. It was much harder, way more stuff to do, way more difficult, way more intricate, way more detailed, which obviously you'd expect. It is a sequel nonetheless. I mean, after all, and you know, it took them 7/8 years to make it. So, but yeah, I was making the claim that when I was playing Silksong, I was like, man, Silksong is way harder than Hollow Knight, but I wasn't 100% sure if I was just misremembering that. But no, it's true. Hollow Knight is difficult, but it doesn't compare to Silksong at all within difficulty. Silksong is like, here's Hollow Knight, Silksong is up here. It is it's on a different scale as in regards to content and difficulty. Nugget, exactly. I will not be playing Steel Soul mode, thank you. I do not wish to ever play Steel Soul mode. Now, as you can see, this is my original save file with 97% complete. I do not remember what you do to do all the secret stuff. I don't know what that entails. Oh, my friend's gone. I heard a piercing cry from the well. It echoed in my mind, left me ill days. I'd say it was a foul beast death, but then the crowd sounded different. Divine. Has something happened, little traveler? No, don't tell me. If foul events are brewing, it's probably better I didn't know. Never thought I'd see such a thing. The stack station's open. That building lay silent since before my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious line, a web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what you do. Oh, wait. Oh, I've already read this. Barpanara. Yeah, I don't remember what you do to do the Monifer's at home. Yeah, seen for some time. Imagine you. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I don't know. I do not recall what you do. Let me have a look. I'm looking it up. I don't know. I'm on the Hollow Knight wiki. Hollow Knight. I've never been on this website before in my life. Well, the Hollow Knight wiki doesn't seem to help. Just trying to figure out, and get some sleep. All right, no problem. I don't know how it's so difficult. I don't know how I can find why this is so difficult to find what I need to do. There's actually a lot of different. There's actually a lot more endings. What the? Right, there's a lot more endings than. There's a lot more endings than I realized. I need to get the Void Heart. I think the Void Heart allows you to go through the black stuff. I don't know how to get that right now. I'm not going to bother looking it up. I'll do it another time. Oh, I mean, there's bits up there I've not been to. Colosseum of Fools. Why have I not gone there? Why is that on my map? Yeah, I don't remember how to do extra stuff. I'll look it up another time and then come back to this. But yeah, for the time being, that's that. Well, that's Hollow Knight for the time being. Will I be playing more? Will I be doing the extra stuff? I don't know. I've been playing Hollow Knight / Silksong as well. It's the only game I've streamed for over 2 weeks. I've been streaming. I've also been I've just been streaming Hollow Knight and Silksong for the last 2+ weeks. So, plus, yeah. But that's it for now. That's Hollow Knight. We'll probably come back and do the secret stuff or the extra stuff. I just don't know how to do it right now. I can't remember, and there's no point me looking it up properly. I looked at something there on my phone, but there's loads of stuff to look at. So, I'll look at it another time. But yeah. Thanks for watching. If anybody's watching this as a video, when it's a video, feel free to leave a like and all that stuff. There's a link in the description for the full playlist of my playthrough of this, and also popping up on the screen about now will be my Silksong playthrough, which is like 50+ hours. But yeah, thanks for watching, and that's it for Hollow Knight for now. If I do want to do the extra stuff, which I kind of do, we'll be back tomorrow with more Hollow Knight. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.